Hi guys, and welcome back to Dusk Till Dawn. We are looking at day 2 of the main event here, if you like, the finale of our festival. So we're looking at several tables here. Lee is going to do a walk through the card room, and we'll try and point out which players are at which seats.
Well, we're
Lee,
going to aim to
over
get
to you.
because we started with 72 runners here from the 476 we ended up with for this event. So we're going to try and catch everyone before anyone busts was the idea, but one has already gone, Des, unfortunately. So we'll try and talk that through now. But yeah, the aim is we're just going to quickly run around the room so you can see all the faces of who's playing that. Or we're going to have a go because it's quite tightly packed here on the lower tier here at Dusk Till Dawn, isn't it, Des?
It certainly is. Yeah, very, very busy down here. So if we're looking at table 1, Lee, in seat 1, and I'll just do these in seat orders. So we've got Henrik Naruzzi. Seat 2, we've got Andrew Bayliss. Seat 3 is Michael Simpson. Seat 4 is Baktash Parsa. Seat 5 is Mark Stokes. 6 is Anthony Rogers. 7 is Michelle Gascoigne, of course, a favourite. 8 is Toby Travis. And 9 is Rob Hewlett. Now, if we go on to table 2, Emmanuel Sant is in seat 1. Then Ashley Dixon, Warwick Brindley, Stephen Frew in 4. We've got Michael Skitt in 5. Peter Craw, who we saw go deep yesterday in seat 6. John Murray, Silver Fox in 7. 8 is free.
And that's the player we lost. Yeah.
There we go. So looking at table 3, seat 1, friend of the show, it's Paul Haycock. Andrea King in seat 2. Sean Hopkin, the Forest fan, in seat 3. Stu Underwood in 4. Emre Inyedi in 5. Linda Iwaniak in 6. Pete Wiggins in 7. Farrell in 8. That is. Keep an eye on that through the day. Table 4, it's Mo Saklan in 1. Timothy in 2. Abby in 3. Trish Johnson in 5. Simon Booth in 6. Pete Thorpe in 7. Gaz Howard in 8. And Saeed Jeffrey in 9. Table 5, Lee, the last one on the very bottom level. Tris Rogers in 1. Liam Hearn in 2. David Collier in 3. Ashik Abdullah in 4. Zolt Burkus in 5. Mark Wayfield in 6. Sean Snell in 7. Ben Shannon in 8. And Andy Tugsworth in 9.
All right, I'll head all the way back down to your end of the card room.
You got to come towards me for this one. So this is table 12. And here you've got Andy Workman in 1, Joe Chilmade in 2, Danny Strange in 4, Luke Hart in 5, Shoaib Ghulam Hossain in 6, Chris Hibbard in 7, Rich Baker in 8, and Eamon Ansbro in 9. Rich Baker, of course, coming in from the online leg.
That's Eamon's chips.
There we go. So, table 13. Simon Thaxton in 1, Fasil Kofina in 2, Mark O'Connor in 3, David McGuire in 4, Mark Walters in 5, Syed Reza in 6, Tahir Ahmed in 7, A.D. Lovelock in 8, and Pavel Dobrita in 9. And if my maths are correctly, this is our last table, table 14, Seth Masters in 1. Dan Elston, who helped us out last night in 2, Vikesh Shah in 3, Arthur Johnson in 4, Ramazan Ali Abrasi in 5, Rob Joss in 6,
7 to 5.
Ben Burnhill in 7, Marius Wysocki in 8, and Gaurav Gupta in 9. And that's your runners, Lee.
Absolutely. So this is what we're looking at. Already lost a couple of players, Des. 40-minute clock today. Blinds at 10,000, 20,000. Say average stack now 680,000. Min cash is £200 and works all the way up. And those final table numbers you can see up there. Everyone on the final table will pick up over £1,000. Top 3 prizes: 3,000 for bronze medals, 4,750 for silver, and £7,500 up top for gold medal and our UK amateur poker champion for 2023.
Sweetly, 7.5 bags up top.
Very nice indeed.
Got top backs, very, very nice. So Simon Lawler is out there, as you'd expect. Good luck. All of the heroes still in. It was good to see Simon over the last few days. So, Lee, I'm going to switch back to table Hibbert and Baker up here, and we'll join you as we see bust outs in the room. How about that?
Yeah, that's the aim, yeah.
He posted on there saying he's 8 months pay, 70 friends, 8 months pay, didn't start until the end of the season. It would be available on Tuesday to
So a bit of love for Gaz as well from Amanda Smith. Good, go Gaz, good luck from Amanda from Malvern. Missed today by 3 seats. Unlucky Amanda.
I can't get it.
So how have the 5 days run, Lee?
Yeah, it's been a good 5 days here at Dusseldorf. We've got a couple more events to go today, Des, obviously. So these players that are maybe busting out a little bit early of this main event, or earlier than they hoped they would anyway, that's for sure. I've got a couple more events they can play this afternoon. There's a Bounty Championship, and then the final event of the week is the Deep and Steep. But that'll be 8 events in total that we've run at Dusseldorf across the last 5 days. We've had PLO Championship, we've had Triple Stud Championship, Horse Championships. I mean, there's seat open and all-ins all over the place. I can see players on the far side up on their feet and busting. It looks like Dan Austin might be scooping up some chips on table 14. Certainly looks like that's a player in seat 3 has bust there, and another one's gone on seat 5 as well. Sean doing a great job as TD, rattling around quickly, make sure we catch all these players and they actually get their payouts sorted. So,
absolutely. It looks like we've lost Vikesh Shah and Tris Rogers is gone. Toby Travis is gone. Anthony Harrison was the first out today.
Yeah, so that's always going to be the case, Des, isn't it? Early stages of this. We'll the short stacks looking to now double up. They're in the money, so they'll look to make a move and to either try and build a bit of momentum to try and go deep in this day 2, or basically pick up their cash and then hopefully might jump into the Bounty or the Deep and Steep events that we've got later on this afternoon. It's certainly going to be a very busy card run. Paul Haycock on his feet as well. That could be a bust out for Paul.
I've gone over to you, Lee.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is.
Well, not to be for Paul, looking very slim and fashionable there, I would say, Lee.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go back to table 1, feature table today. Fraser Inn is out there. Good luck to all players and dealers. Cy Lawler, excellent series of tournaments, great staff as always. You'd have to absolutely reiterate that. Magnificent effort by the DTD dealers and staff. Karen Balby, good luck to all APAT regs. Hopefully be up there in the medals. Well, we've given them some good chances there.
Paul's exit hand was Ace Queen versus 9s, and the 9s held. So just going to pick up Joe's hoodie for her. This is the type of service we offer. Yeah, there we go.
There you go, guys. We get you deep into the action here.
Yeah. A lot of chips on this table, actually. Des, we've got the chip leader from the live events on this one, and also Rich Baker, who was the chip leader from the online day 1 that we held on GG Poker. So 40 runners were played in that on Monday night, and he was top of the 6 that made it through.
Nice.
Yeah, I think he was hoping his kind of 1.1 million would maybe give him the chip lead, but actually 1.8 million was the chip lead going into this day. With blinds at 10,000, 20,000, I mean that's absolute chunks, isn't it?
Oh yeah, great shape. Amanda's back. Also, good luck to Di. Blonde hair, stripe of blue in her hair from Amanda. A blue jumper lol. It's almost like a dating site. It's like a really bad dating site. This at the moment.
Details while you're there. You can also tell us where you keep it.
So weirdly, Des, this table.
Oh, it's got stacked.
this table want to talk about my poker exploits. They're not interested in
Do they
playing
really?
poker. I mean, I don't know what to
Fantastic.
say. Yeah.
Oh no, Lee, we're losing our crowd. We're losing the
Yeah.
viewers.
Quick, Des, run the Sky Sports YouTube clip. Honestly, get us out of this. Yeah.
Oh,
It's only 7 hours long. It'll keep them entertained. Honestly,
oh
it'll
dear.
be fine. Yeah.
Oh dear. Laid back and happy from Surrey, looking for friends for drinks and maybe more.
Absolutely. And for those of you tuning into an APAT stream for the first time, so this is kind of how we roll. So we're right next to the players at the table. They'll start having conversations with me whilst we're live, and I've got Des in my ear, and yeah, it's all good fun.
So some form of chaos will ensue. That's guaranteed. But at least the audio seems clear at the moment, Lee. I mean, I've got everything crossed over here.
Everything you could possibly cross.
Oh, it's like a Transylvanian baker. I tell you, everything is crossed.
I must admit, it is quite amusing for the guys that are at the table that I'm at, because they're listening to me, but they only get one end of the conversation, so they don't hear what Des actually says, and he's really abusive to some of the times. Honestly, it's unnecessary. Joe's nodding, going, "Yeah, I can imagine what he would say." So yeah.
So we've had Eamon Ainsborough, I think, join this table.
We have. Let me get into
Seed 9.
We can finally meet Eamon. Here we go. That's
1.8 million chips at the start of play.
There he is. There's the man.
He's not impressed, Lee. He's not impressed with that at all. Take that thing out of my face, please.
You've got very good start.
So already lost 5 players, so we're down to 67 already.
There's a question in the chat box, Lee. Did Lee win a tournament?
Let's not go there. Come on, let's not go. We'll save that. We'll save that for an APAT show on a Sunday night. Yeah. But this is very much a stacked tape. So with Eamon turning up, obviously as chip leader, Danny Strange came in with. So he won was chip leader in day 1A live. I think he played the first one with about 1.1 million chips as well. Joe played day 1C yesterday afternoon. I think Joe, how much did you start with, Joe? Was it 1.4? 1.6. I apologize. 1.6 million. So yeah, there is a lot of chips on this table, which of course for the short stacks, Des, is great, because chance them doubling up. I mean, you don't necessarily want to be on a table full of other short stacks. You want to be on a table with some chips where you can actually hopefully win some of those chips.
Depends on what your end goal is, and if it's to win the tournament, you want to get chips.
That's the only way you're going to win it. That is for sure.
So, any news, Lee, from Table Wigglesworth?
Yeah, well, obviously Paul exited from Table Wiggle. I mean, again, that's quite a stacked with names, because Di's on there, Pete's on there, Linda's on there, Andrea King is on that table. Sean, the Forest fan that we caught the other night, he's on there as well. I'll give you a Wigglesworth chip update. Here we go.
Oh, look at that.
Stolen a few. Somebody's stolen some of them, Pete, yeah? Well, you've stolen a few. Oh, nice. Don't tell anyone, Pete. Just keep it quiet. Be fine. You'll get away with it. There we go. How much you got, Pete? 455. 455. Start of the day. Really tried to. Di's doubled up. Who did you double up through, Di? Who was the generous player?
That gentleman there.
Go, owning up to it over there. Yeah, there you go.
Outrageous.
Looking quite sheepish about it, but yeah, there we go.
Lee, if you could repeat this to Di, please.
And if anybody wants drinks and has got Paul's number, he's available to do drinks for the day. So
Especially these pink plush shirts.
They're gins, they're pints of gin that Di and Paul are drinking. Yeah, serious. So that's Table Wigglesworth. Andrea down the far end.
Lee. Can you just say to Di, can you just bend down to her and tell her that love you, Amanda?
What Amanda says.
Yeah, she loves Di.
Di. Just a message from Amanda Smith. She says she loves you.
Okay.
You can say?
And come back to Malvern.
There we go. She loves you too, and come back to Malvern. There we go. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, hang on. I'm heading through because Gaz is giving me a shout. What was that, Gaz? No, I don't even talk about it. So talking fantasy football with Paul either, because he's not in the best of places. Are we doing stack wise here, Gaz?
Good.
A little bit down. We're in a good place, yeah. Obviously,
Pretty decent shape there.
Gaz was on the final table in Blackpool. Actually, quite a few of the players that were on the final table in Blackpool, Des, were playing this event.
Yeah,
this
no,
last week.
that's right.
Yeah.
Lee, lovely to hear from him. One Mr. Scouse Bailiff. Missing you all. Wish I was there. Good luck to all but Ouston for the win, please. So
Well,
Ouston for the win.
You can say but Ouston, Steve, but I know Dan did bust a player, and he's in a hand here, so we'll be careful. We'll wander around. He's added to his stack. He's got a player all in. I'll tell you what, Ouston, he gets out of the way. How much you got now, Dan?
I don't know, about 1.3, I think.
0.3, and Scouse says hello.
Across the pond.
Across the pond, yeah. So he says hello, because I think Steve's over in the States at the moment, Des.
Yes, he is. I understand he's a bodyguard for the president, Joe Biden. He's at a Lego convention this weekend down
Feels about right.
down in New Orleans, I believe.
Yeah, that
They have those
feels about
beautiful
right.
Lego steamboats, Lee.
So I'm trying to keep an eye out for where we've got any action going on. So obviously we can also keep an eye on what I still think is the most stacked table, the one we've got the fixed camera on, Des. I think that certainly is the one which hasn't had much action, to be honest. But I guess if you've got a big chip stack here, and we're still quite, there's still a lot of players in the field here. You're not really going to want to get too aggressive early on.
I think we're going to need some cards, right? So a couple of big hands, and we will see fireworks. I'm sure we will. Lee, if you can tell Gaz, good luck from Amanda also. In fact, we should really have done this at the start of play. We could have done it seat by seat.
Could have just done that. So Gaz is in a hand a minute, but I'll just let him play this hand out. Gaz is going to fold. So Amanda says good luck. There you go. She was the one that was in Jamaica. She was the one that.
Oh, she was. That's right. Yeah.
She was in Jamaica.
Can you go in through?
Yeah, she did message to say she just missed out on making it through. So Amanda was in Jamaica last time we did a live stream. So she was here playing this event. So because I've got Tristan in a hand here on a ace 9 8 king. And fires out a little bet of 35,000. I think he's going to get the caller. And does. So we'll see the river card. Check again. Just the bet. We're going to get another check. Oh, we are. Fives, but King 3 is going to scoop that. Nice little hand there.
Yeah. So we'll just skip over to table Ouston. Just take a little look from the far side of the room. So just again on this table, guys, we've got Seth Masters in 1, Dan Ouston in 2, Arthur Johnson in 4, Rama Abbasi in 5, Rob Jones in 6, Ben Burnhill, of course, with a deep run last night in 7, Marius Wazowski in 8, and Gaurav Gupta in 9.
So for those that maybe don't regularly play at Dusk Till Dawn, all players are on a shot clock here. So they have a set amount of time to make a decision for their hand, and
they'll be shot.
Some time, literally, yeah. Or they'll get some. They have some time banks as well. Should they have any big decisions to make, where they can have some extended time, so they have to make their decision. Meanwhile, Pete's all in here. Let's go see if we can. In the big blind to get through. Bit of a sweat on. Pete's going to get that one through.
After this Handley, I'm going to get you to reconnect your camera. So it's gone a bit frozen, probably from all of you. You're running around.
On it now.
There he is, back in the game.
And
Mr.
I'm back
Wilshire.
in the room. Back in the room.
Fantastic. Do you remember this, Lee? Can you see this on your screen? When we took over Dusk Till Dawn, the APAT show?
Absolutely. Looked fantastic on the big screen at the top of the club.
Absolutely did. So it's all pretty calmly. You know, we've lost 5 players early doors here, but it's all gone very calm.
Yeah.
In fact, 6 players.
Absolutely. I
I'm
think
corrected by
yeah,
Tomo.
I think 6. Well, I was going to say I saw Tomo just
Yeah.
telling you, Des, it's 6. What are you doing? Honestly,
Well, he put
you've
up
got
6
one
fingers
job.
to me, Lee, which, you know, is unusual on one hand, but I thought he was offering me a load of drinks, but no. It's just reassuring that Paul Haycock, who somebody in the chat box has said one of the ugliest valets ever, Paul Haycock,
Harsh.
is gone
Harsh.
also.
Yeah.
Harsh but true. Tomo is now experiencing what you said earlier, Lee. He's hearing one end of a conversation. He's looking rather quizzically at me.
But we
dear.
got to enjoy celebrating Tomo's birthday with him yesterday, which was an absolute delight.
Can't believe the man is 67. He looks
As
well,
always.
Lee. He's very sprightly.
Yeah, he's keeping well,
Got
isn't he, for it? Yeah.
Most of his own hair. It's incredible.
He'll get to play our super seniors event soon, won't he? Yeah.
Yeah, that permatan, Lee, I tell you, what a catch. What a catch.
He spends a lot of time working on that, though, Des.
He does.
That,
He does
that
indeed.
sort of thing doesn't just happen by chance.
Absolutely.
It really doesn't.
So Amanda, I know Tomo, you know, is you know, he has a partner at the moment, but you could do worse. You know, the next event, just say hello. Let's get some of that color into Tomo's hair. He's not impressed. He's really not impressed with color in his hair.
So we've got a little bit of while before we get into the serious pay jump. So minimum cash here was £200 for the first 9 players. So we're still in that a bit at the moment. Then it'll go to 250 and then 300. It's pretty much steady increases all the way up to the final table, where for anyone's just joining, final table are all guaranteed £1,000. With then top prizes, top 3 are 3,000, 4,750 and 7,500 up top, plus of course the APAT medals as well.
Yeah.
And somebody here is going to be crowned our UK
Absolutely.
amateur poker champion for 2023, which is going to be pretty cool.
Just to throw a name at you, Lee. So the player that we lost on table 4 a short while ago was Timotheo. So Tim is out. Just in case there's anybody out there who's been looking to follow his progress on day 2.
Yeah, we'll try and keep you updated with some of the exits. I think the reality is here we'll probably at some point kind of take a break from the stream and then very much focusing on the last few tables towards the latter part of the day. But we want to try and give you as much of a flavour of what's going on here. Obviously, and don't forget there is a bounty championship and a deep and steep happening this afternoon here at Dusk Till Dawn. So if you fancy rocking up, playing a bit of poker on a Sunday afternoon, you're welcome. Another player gone in on table 5, seat 8. We've just lost.
So that would be Ben Shannon, Lee. Ben Shannon out.
So, unfortunately, with a rather cool hat, he departs.
Oh, yeah, well, sorry.
And say we're going to start. Won't be far off before we start breaking the table, which will start clearing a little bit more space around the card room. But all very quiet on our chipped up table, Des. I mean, it's right next to you, and there hasn't really been a huge amount of action.
To be honest, Lee, it's been like this at APAT for about 9 years now. Players don't like to step out of line when they're sat close to me. They're nice and quiet.
I mean, to give you an idea of some of the stacks, so John Murray is very much looking after his chips. That's John's stack.
Oh, hold on, let's do that.
Hang on, I'll have to get
It's
a
very
bit
small.
closer.
It's very
Hang on,
small,
I'll
Lee.
have to get a
Very
bit
small.
closer.
Very small
Disappointed when
indeed.
this guy got knocked out because he made my stack look good.
Right, so John just said the player to his left made his stack look good, but unfortunately, yeah, that's.
Lee, a shout out to Ben from Edinburgh, from Margaret Thompson. Ben Burnhill.
To Ben Burnhill.
I'm going to
and
assume
find
so.
Ben.
I'm going to assume so.
I will go and find Ben and give that exact message. He's actually all in.
Oh, bloody hell.
Wow. Ben's all in with pocket tens, I think it is. Up against Jack 9 of clubs. And how about that for timing? How about that for timing? Ben's tens hold up.
Wow, nice. Good shout out, Margaret. You've brought the lad some luck immediately.
Ben, I only came over to say Margaret's giving you a shout out on the stream. So they, and you've won a hand. I mean, you want me to get Margaret to stay? Yeah, right. Margaret, you're not allowed to leave the stream because you're Ben's
That's
lucky
right.
mascot now. So
Just pull that kettle a little closer to the phone. You get this up on your TV as well, Margaret. You know, just share the thing to your screen. Relax back.
So we're down to 64 now, Des. So yeah, I think one more and we'll be breaking one of these tables down.
Do you know yet, Lee, what order they'll break them down?
Let's
find a member of tournament staff. Let's do it live. Let's do it. Let's ask a question.
We will find out. You never find a member of tournament staff when you need one because they're busy dealing with the bust outs, which is what they should be doing. Is the important thing. So, big pot building over here on table John Murray. Let's see if I can wander over and see what's going on here.
Lee, Rama Abbasi is gone as well. Table 14. So, over to you, sir.
So we're on table 2 here.
So that's Peter Craw who's got cards there, Lee. I'm not sure who he's up against.
Seat 3 does.
Seat 3, so that's Warwick Brindley.
Made the call. So we're going to see a river card here.
So Craw on the button.
Checked again.
Brindley checks.
Check. I think Queen Jack is going to take it. It does.
There we go.
There we go. Nice pop though.
Yeah, absolutely. So
again,
yeah.
just to repeat, just to repeat for anyone that is kind of tuning in and wondering, it might go a bit quiet when I get in close to the tables and there's hands going on because we are right next to the players and we're always very, very cautious what we say while there's action and they're in a hand. We don't want to influence any decision that they're making. We want to get you right into the action and catch things exactly as they're happening. But yeah, sometimes we just go a little bit quiet just to allow it to play out, and then we'll give you the info as and when we can.
So Lee, I mentioned Ramazan Ali Abbasi is out. Sayed Reza recently out as well. So the field's beginning to thin down a little bit.
Yeah, as I say, we're just waiting one more, and we'll break the table. We're down to 64. So, and then I think that will trigger a little bit of a pay jump, another 50 quid up, so I'll be up to 250. Will be the cash then.
Bully.
But it's been a great week so far. There's say eight events we've got in total all week. This will effectively be the 6 of them that we'll get down to a winner with 2 more playing today. But we've had also, I'm saying, we've had Simon Trump has played a few events this week and he's medalled. He's picked up a couple of medals this week, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, Simon's been fantastic. He's really enjoyed playing with APA players, and it's really nice for the guys and gals just sitting at a table with somebody with that experience. Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we've also nice to see we've seen plenty of regular APAP faces picking up medals as well. Tristan had a good run last night
Indeed.
in the round of each. So it's been pretty cool.
And Lee, of course, you know, if you're watching the stream, if you think this looks pretty cool, you'd like to get involved, we're back at Just Till Dawn in August for the World Championship of Amateur Poker. And if this is big,
We are.
that's going to be huge.
Yeah, absolutely, that will be. But before we even get to that, Des, we've got 2 more events between now and then. We're up in Edinburgh next month for the Scottish Amateur Poker Championship at Maybury in Edinburgh, which will be a great weekend, Friday to Sunday. And then we'll also have our Open Championship being held alongside Goliath in Coventry on the 5th and 6th of August. So loads going on in the next few months. If you fancy getting involved, low stakes poker for amateur players.
Absolutely.
But with absolutely cracking structures and obviously national championship titles. That's what it's all about. So it just kind of settle a little bit. We kind of go through a little bit of a flurry of exits, and then it sort of calms itself back down a bit. I must admit, I was expecting a few more to bust out early on in these first level. It's a 40-minute clock now, so we've rolled back to level 17. Some of the day ones finish a little bit later than that. So we're playing blinds at 10,000, 20,000 with the average stack at 740,000, which is huge amount of play. Got a couple of minutes left on this particular level. We're just losing a player from our chipped up table, just to balance the tables out a little bit for those that have lost a few already. I think basically table Austin and Burnhill, actually they'd already lost 3, so we're just balancing up to keep it fair for the players. Ensure that they should get a fair distribution of hands per table. Dan's on his feet here. Let me see if I can get in here. It's pocket 9s against King Queen, and the Queen's also got the heart. King Queen's also got the hearts flush cover as well. So it's going to be seat 9. Is going to get a nice double up there. So Dan Austin is going to double up the player in seat 9. 9s versus King Queen. King on the flop. I looked across and you weren't even there, Des.
Lee, I'm back. Did you miss me?
Well, yeah, we just missed Dan Austin doubling up the player in seat 9 on his table. So, yeah.
Scouts won't be happy with that, Lee.
No, it was 9s versus King Queen, King on the flop, and all those heart flush draw there. The Queen of Hearts was also in play as well against Dan's 9 of Hearts, so that wasn't going to help him.
So Lee, I can update you
Hang on. I've got die action. Die's doubled up again.
Die action.
Pocket 7s against Ace Queen of Clubs. 2 clubs on the flop.
Who gave you the chips this time? They're all very generous over there. They love you. They're quite happy giving you chips. Yeah, quite happy to give you chips. Sean won't. Not a chance. Sean's not going to give you chips. Yeah, you won't give her chips, will you? No, he doesn't like giving away his chips. Yeah, doesn't like giving them away. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he does. He's quite happy to give some chips away. Yeah.
He's supposed to get to you.
So, Gaz Howard scooping up a few chips there.
Nice. Lee, do you want to
Oh,
peel
hang
a
on,
couple?
we've just bust another one in. So Dan, this Austin Burnhill table, seat 1.
It's racy, isn't it?
Plus the player, yeah. So that seat's now empty. Seat 1. I'm not sure who's stacking chips up there. Who won that hand? Might have been seat 9 again, actually. Quite possibly. He seems to be the one that was stacking some chips there. So having just doubled up through Dan Austin, is now and
Yeah, and
looking
I
good.
think the
And
the player we've lost is Seth Masters.
yeah. Okay, so we're down to 63, so I think we'll be breaking a table very, very quickly. I'll find out from Sean which one you're breaking. Which one you're breaking? There we go. So we're going to be breaking table 3, Des, which is Linda, Pete Wigglesworth, and Di, and Sean, and who else we've got on there? Andrea King. So we'll watch all these guys just popping their chips into racks, and then our TD will organise where they're all going. That'll
See
free us up a table. That'll free us
Absolutely.
up a table in the middle of the room, which is quite nice. So,
GMAC on the rail there, Lee. He's normally sat the other side of the rail, but good to see him
yeah.
railing Di and others, I would say. Here we go. We'll go back to Table Austin just to take a little bit of the noise out of that picture.
Well, there's a hand building. So we've got a flop of 5, Jack 7, which is now seen a turn card of 9 apart. It's down in hand along with player in seat 8. Guys. It's checked, and Dan fires out a bet of 105,000. So it's a decision on seat 8. That's a time bank card in. That's another little 30 seconds to think about this. The board is 5, Jack 7, 9. A couple of diamonds up. And eventually folds, which means
More chips for the Elston machine.
Dan is going to scoop up. Who was the player in seat 8, Dan?
So let me have a look for you, Lee. Seat 8 was Gaurav Gupta.
Okay. Gaurav,
Sorry.
headphones on.
No, I am completely wrong. It was Wizawski.
Marius, did you say?
Yeah, Marius. Yeah.
Marius, excellent. So Marius had the decision to make. So you use the time bank just to have another ponder. So Dan Austin's table also been joined by Linda. So Linda over there in sat in seat 5 now, middle of the table, ready to boss the table from seat 5. Very much. That's the seat you want to be in, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Middle
James
of all the
Casey's
action.
out there, Lee. James Casey, go Ben, go. Some more Ben love.
There's a lot of Ben love on the stream.
The most fun is going to be Leeds and Leicester.
I'm hearing talk of football in the background, Lee. Just tell them we don't discuss that on the APAT show any longer.
Oh, you're picking up football talk, are you really?
I'm hearing it from somewhere, Lee. It's tell them we've turned over a new leaf. It's all poker now.
Oh. Marius is all in. Part of the it was a raise under the gun from Sean in seat 1. And he's made the call. So Sean's got Jack 10 and Marius has got pocket 9. So it's going to be it's 9s that are going to be at risk here.
I'm taking that race with my Jack 10.
So Sean, the Forest fan that we saw the other night, 9, Queen, 5. That's something for everybody there, really.
Oh dear.
But the 9s are going to be good.
They hold.
And Marius will get a double up through Sean.
So I had a little chat with Michelle Gascoigne a short while ago. Up to 575,000 now. Pushes with Ace King and 5s getting through.
Excellent stuff. That's very good.
Hold a fold.
So this could be quite a lively table now here with Sean on this table. He's to the right of Dan Austin. For anyone that was watching Sean play on the stream the other night, the Forest fan, very much enjoys his poker, quite lively, and is quite happy to call off some shoves there with, say, Jack Jack 10 offsuit, and take a spin. So that's the way he plays his poker. So that could be quite lively on that table now.
Yeah, that's shown on the right of your picture there in the black hoodie. Alongside Mr. Austin. C3, there is Will Hart. Lee, do you remember when an update 10 years ago was, texts from the Blonde Poker Forum and stuff, and now it's all video. It's just,
it's crazy.
We miss the old days, don't we? But you're close doing it this way, right?
You sure can. It is good. I was just looking at where the players that were from the table that broke have moved to. So Pete Wigglesworth is now sat one to the left of John Murray. So he's joined that table. Andrea has joined table Tristan, by the looks of it, with Gaz Howard, and Pete's on that one as well. Yeah, it's interesting. Let's see if we can get in and see what's going on.
Yeah,
there's a few gathering around.
I'm over with you, Lee.
So Andrea's now sat here with Gaz in a middle of a hand. This is pre. We've not seen a flop here yet. So we've got a raise from under the gun +1, which is Andrea. It's been called by seat 4, Des. We're on table 4 here. Gaz re-popped it up on the small blind, and he's going to show us what he's.
Ladies,
that's a pretty decent squeeze. I'm not.
He's got the ladies.
From the small blind, he gets to play the squeeze play with the ladies, and gets
a couple of
through.
Terrys there.
How bizarre is that? So he had the two female players at the table both in the hand. He's got queens, and and gets them both off the pot.
Lee elsewhere. Rob Hewlett gone. Stephen Frew gone.
Yeah, we're down to 60 nowadays.
You keep saying you play better, you do well when you play lanes.
And so the tournament staff doing a great job of keeping the tables balanced. So I think 80's on the move. Just popping his chips into a rack. Well, I say popping his chips into a rack. I mean, he's making a bit of a mess of it, really, to be honest. But he'll get there in a minute. He'll be off. He's asked for a second rack. To be fair, he's got enough chips. He's asked for a second rack.
Lee, come up here to table 1. Come on. We've got a very special guest. Ellie is in the chat box. Go, Michelle. Hang in there. So let's get a shot of Michelle for Ellie. Mum, of course.
There we go. There's your girl. Mum says hi.
Hi, Mum. There you go. Fantastic.
Just about to start another hand.
And I tell you, Michelle, Di, a number of regs started low, Lee.
Yeah.
Right here on the feature table.
Yeah, the table with all the chips we were talking about, we were bigging it up. Chip leader and the online chip leader, and Joe with I think she was second in chips coming in from yesterday as well, and just not really done very much whatsoever. You might just have heard that in the background. Simon just announcing the start of the Bounty Championship, which will be being played up on the middle tier. So we've already got 50 runners in that.
Fantastic. I saw Lisa Greer and Tomo there. They were on the left-hand side of your picture. They're now walking away from the rail of this feature tournament.
Yeah, so the guys have all been railing this for a little bit, and very much now we're going to sit down and start to play that comp. So it's a 100 plus 20 that bounty. Or what's say it's 100%. So it's a 50 plus 50 plus 20 because obviously you've got your bounty element of it as well. So already that's a £5,000 prize pool up there for that for a Sunday afternoon. So and it looks like, say, lots of the faces I recognise up there. I think that'd be quite a fun one to play. If we weren't doing this, Des, if we weren't doing this, we'd probably be jumping into that, wouldn't we?
I would think so. And Nelly said, thank you, Lee. So appreciate you going over there and putting Michelle on camera.
At all. No problem at all. That's the great thing. That's what we can do. So as to say, for anyone who's tuning in, I've got the following people here. We do things a little bit different with a live stream. We don't show whole cards. We don't put it on a delay. We are live in the card room, right next to where all the players are. If you want to give a shout out to anybody, we can do that.
Listen, I've got a little treat for you. You said we don't show whole cards. We did a little bit of playing around with this yesterday, and Joe, who's in picture there in the striking pink jacket, we had a camera on her for a little while yesterday, and we got some of this. Check this out.
She's got jacks. She's got
the hooks. She's got the hooks, Lee.
Yeah.
She's got the hooks, and she did indeed reel in a number of chips in that hand.
As I say, we're very much right there where the players are. And it's great. As you say, it's great fun to follow. It means we can have a chat to the players. We can pass on messages. If you want a chip count on somebody, hey, we'll just go and show you their stack.
Well,
we can literally do that. Yeah.
On that front, Lee, how is Di Farrell doing from the Oracle?
Right. Well, Di is now on the stacked up table. So let me wander over and I'll show you Di's stack right now. Count them up yourself, Simon. That's how many she's got.
Looking at my stack on my stack.
Stack. Steady on, please.
Yeah.
Steady on. Amanda's just dropped her tea.
Yeah. Simon Lawler loves it, honestly, especially for Simon. Yeah. He loves the stack. He loves the stack. Yeah.
Can we get better framing, please?
Yeah.
Half of that there. Mr. Brook is out there. Lovely to see Simon Brook over the last few days. Great 2-2 lineup. Sorry, I said that a bit quick, I think. Great day 2 lineup. As many heroes to rail as there are villains to anti-rail. I'll let you speculate which John Murray is.
Especially for you, Simon. There is the man himself. There is John Murray.
It's very little,
Simon,
Lee. It's very
Simon
little.
Brooks says hello. There we go. Oh, look at this. This is Pete and John.
Oh, it's
comparing
sweet.
stacks.
They're comparing their little ones. Beautiful.
Well, we can turn this into a tag team, guys. Put them together, and if you want, it's not a problem. We can do that. Hey, there's an idea for a new tournament.
I like it.
So far into the tournament, you pick somebody to tag up with, merge stacks, and then finish the tournament. I like it
very much. Meanwhile, the Oracle says.
We should say, hang on, what we should genuinely say. So this is Pete. This is Pete's stack. This is John. This is John's stack. Who do you think's going to last longer? Let us know in the chat. Yeah?
So let me get this right, Lee. 2 middle-aged men with very small stacks, and you want to do a last longer competition?
Why not? Who do you think is going to last longer?
Do you want to get us taken off air?
Can you believe that?
John got a walk in the big blind with that stack. Yeah, incredible. Incredible. But yeah, let us know in the chat. Who do you think's going to last longer?
And meanwhile, the Oracle says, misses, but I think he was referring to our Di Farrell update as opposed to John and Pete.
Yeah, he probably was. So we're down to 60 now, guys. For anyone just tuning in, this is the main event of the. Why is it when I always go to say something,
I know,
Simon
Lee
jumps on the microphone and starts talking to the whole room? Anyway, so this is the main event of the UK Championship, Championship Amateur Poker. It's 476 runners started off in this. We've got 60 remaining, all sharing the 50,000 prize pool between them. So we've already bussed 12 players. And that bounty event, Des, it keeps creeping up. It's up to 57 runners already. Wow. So if you fancy getting in and playing a bit of that this afternoon, you're more.
When does Late Reg run to, Lee?
That will run probably for a good couple of hours, I think. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from here to nearly London, Lee, you could nearly come up from London in your car and get into that thing.
Make it. Yeah, you'd make it.
Simon says Pete's going to last the longest, he believes. Nelly's not having that. Definitely John.
There we go. So my money's on John. I've watched him nurse a stack for a very, very long time in APAT events, so he's very good at it.
Atman548 on Twitch, Lee, wants to know, where are we coming live from? So this is Dustle Dawn in Nottingham. Maybe the best card room in the world. Maybe.
Well, you might be able to see it on the back wall there. It is the home of UK poker. Very much that's the case. So yeah, we're live from Dustle Dawn, which is a great poker venue for it, and it is solely a poker venue. I mean, there's a few kind of slot machines, but other than that, there's no casino games in this. It's very much a staggered auditorium style card room, isn't it? So we're on the lower level down here. Let me give you a quick show for anyone that's never been to Dustle Dawn before. Show you how this place works.
You're a bit blocky though, Lee. So nice and slow.
So then you get up to the middle tier. State with tables.
Yeah, it's not really working, my friend.
And then take back round to the
Pete Wigglesworth's just got a big hug from a dealer, Lee. How does that work? There's got to be some sort of favoritism there. What's going on, Lee?
That sounds wrong to me. That shouldn't be allowed.
Is that in the WhatsApp
shouldn't
group?
be allowed.
I don't think he's put that in the WhatsApp group.
He's not updating me on that. No, I've not seen that come through.
I think we need to investigate that, Lee.
So Kings versus Tens. See the board there. And seat one.
So, Lee, I have huge news from Table Ouston. Sean Hopkin gone. He's just walked by me. He doesn't look happy, although he's had a little smile there, but Sean Hopkin gone. Well, I think we knew to get them in and build huge or go out relatively early, and that's what has happened here.
I'm going to try and find out in a minute from Dan. Who got Sean's chips? See,
8-9 of diamonds, ace-10 of diamonds.
8-9 of diamonds against ace-10 of diamonds. I'm assuming there's some diamonds on the flop.
2 kings, 10 on the right.
Okay. So, yeah, so seat 4. There we go, Des.
Assassin.
He's taking away Sean's chips. And he's
that
no
would be
longer...
Arthur Johnson. Nice hand, sir.
So well done to Arthur.
I'll say it's all happening over here, Lee.
John's walking off with a smile.
Time talking to me. Get over there with the camera. Let's have a look. But I think Nelly's going to be disappointed because John Murray is walking away here.
He's sitting back down.
Oh, hold on, he's got chips in his hand, Lee. What's going on?
Drop down.
Is he going south?
For all that. I bet he's changed his money. Gonna get a hand now.
Table have voted, John. They don't want you to leave. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. No, he's not bust. There's nothing going. Nothing.
Well,
no
I tell you what, Lee,
going on.
I thought he was out. Lee, Andrew Bayliss, we've lost from table 2.
Okay, that was I think that might have been the situation then, because actually that was John Murray's table. So actually it could well be they were looking to pull a player to balance it. Then obviously they lost one, so therefore they didn't then need to do that. So
And Emmanuel Sant is gone as well. Stephen Frew gone. So yeah, they continue to drop here.
Yeah, we're down to 54. 57 players now. 54 will mean we'll break another table, Des, and then they'll jump up to a min cash then of £300. So it's starting to creep up.
Yep.
John is on his feet this time. I think this
Ah, there
time
we go.
he is done for. He is done for this time. Yeah.
Oh,
There we go. AD just told me that. I mean, John, it got really unlucky by the sounds of it. Really unlucky. Yeah. You know, it sounds really unlucky. It sounds like you got really unlucky, John. Yeah, yeah.
got really unlucky, Lee. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Sorry to see your boy go, Nelly, but go he will.
Yeah. This is no false start this time. This is a definite one. He has no chips. He's
Well,
gone this time.
So we're seeing a flop here on the feature table, Lee. All very calm, all very composed over here. Let me go to you. Joe Chenwet standing up.
All in. It's queens for Joe. It's king queen for player in seat 6, and ace on the river is going to be hits Broadway on the river, and it's going to double up our player in seat 6. There's
Wow.
Too big a hand, isn't it?
That's showy.
excellent. Well done to him. Just counting this up. Unfortunately, this is going to really massively dent Joe's stack. A huge pot, mate.
Much you can have 23.
Huge pot. What a river card that was. I believe Joe with about 100, maybe 130,000 nowadays, with blinds at 10,000, 25,000.
Yeah, gutted for Joe.
Really unfortunate for Joe. I know she had high hopes. Not over yet though, because she can. We know she's got the game to be able to bring that back. And
Well, Di Farrell came in with 110k today, Lee, and she sat at the same table. More chips now, so it's not the end of the road yet.
she's had 2 double ups so far to date. So it's gone from that to kind of about 500,000 probably now. I think maybe. Yeah, not far off that one. 400,000 about. So
Meanwhile, Lee, the Merry Wiggles. Literally disappeared.
right there you right. Okay.
Oof.
Don't think of that. No, when you come out, that you go. Cool. So Wigglesworth has left the building, but just wins the last longer. Yeah.
Literally by a small stack, Lee.
Yeah. But it's
As
enough.
Simon
It's enough.
analyzes the position well, he just goes FFS.
Right, coming in at table 4 here, Des, because we've got a flop, and it's Gaz Howard and Andrea King in this hand. It's 310 Jack is the board, and Baz is going to check out of the big blind. Andrea is in good position. She's eyes are about 85,000. And Gaz is going to make the call. Queen on the turn. Gaz checks again. Andrea checks this time, so we'll see a river card. She's the 80 diamond. Gaz bets 105,000. Right. Cass has got Queen 9.
We thought the acting was on air.
Yeah.
Empty.
It's a hand here on table 1, Lee, on the feature table. Can't see the action, but it looks like Joe's doubled up.
Yeah, Joe all in with 10s, and the board came out 9, Jack, 7, 7, 9, and I'm going to guess she might be up against it.
Tens.
It's fine.
And
Just what from the other player folded.
a call. He had ace queen.
Ace Queen, I was going to say, I was just going to imagine he was probably up against Ace King or Ace Queen or something like that. So that would have been the logical way for that to play out. And the 10s held. So very quickly, Joe doubles up back up again and is now on the move.
Ah,
So what we'll do, we'll go Joe Cam and we'll follow her to a new table. Let's see where she's heading. Here we go. Where's she
not
off to?
happy. She's not happy, Lee. I can tell you now.
Coming into seat 4 here on the now departed Wigglesworth and Murray table. We'll get a warm welcome though.
So
we go. So we're down to 55 now, Des.
fantastic. Let's just see who the most recent exits were. So yeah, Wigglesworth and Murray, the last two.
Stop being popular. You probably
So don't forget, if you want to shout out, if you want to, if you're railing anybody, or you're following anybody here, you want us to go and say hello, check how their chips are doing, just pop up in the chat, let us know. Give us a name. We can quickly go and find them in the card room, and we'll give you instant access to how they're getting on.
That's right. Remember, Lee, we're medal hunting today.
Very much are.
After the bling, top 3 will take the gold, silver medal, UK National Championship medals. Let's go over to Table Austin. Let's see what's happening over there.
Oh, we're in the middle of a hand, and it's Austin against Marius. Marius flies that bet of 125,000, which is very quickly caught by Dan. The board is 5, King, 8, 3. So they're the river card now. Which is the 7 of hearts. So there are 3 diamonds out there. Marius is in mid position. Dan's in the cup. Action will be on Marius. Then he takes a seat, and Marius puts all his stack of pink chips in, which is 25k chips. 500,000. Decision then on Dan.
It's a big hand, this.
Yeah, probably about the same again. Dan's using a time bank, so gets another 30 seconds. Yeah, I'd say probably about half a minute. It's pot side bet. Marius. Dan eventually fold. Marius is going to scoop. Nice pot. So just had a message from Pete Wigglesworth. He said, yeah, take the little cash in the main event and jump straight into the bounty.
Good strategy. Nothing wrong with that, Lee.
No, absolutely. So we're down to 54 now, Des, which means we're breaking another table. So the table that she's just moved and sat down in, they're breaking that table. So the table with, I think Adi was on that one as well. And so Joe's on the move again. And I think she's saying you're heading to Austin. She's off to sit next to Dan Austin.
That could be interesting, Lee. That could be very interesting. Andrew Workman was the player that we lost there to go down to 54.
And Joe just said, when you say it's not my day, it's not my day. I'm getting a table move to sit next to Dan Austin. So to be honest, some people would pay for that experience. So,
Here
we'll follow
she comes.
Joe. We'll follow Jo. She doesn't look very happy about this.
We
Here
can see
go.
that pink jacket just coming through the crowd there to sit inevitably on Elston's right.
Jo, you might be easy. Jo, you might be easy going around the other side unless Dan's going to move. Oh, there we go. You might be easy just going around the other way. There you go. Yeah. So down to 54 now then, Des, which means that's a little pay jump now up to £300 for the cashing at the moment. But for those that have managed to take those short stacks, and I guess some of those players that we're talking about, I mean, Michelle came in with very much one of the shortest stacks, so did Di. Well, they've laddered up now and picked up another £100 so far, and are very much still in the game. And what do we always say? If you sat down with chips, well, you just never know.
Absolutely right. But also mindset, will be very, very positive at this point because they would have expected to exit early, but they're still very much in here.
Yeah, absolutely. So the players that have just broken from that table, which was table 4, are just settling themselves in on the remaining tables we've got. We're down to 6 tables now, and we're now already up to 82 in the Bounty Championship that started. We've already bust 4. Have already bust from that as well. So they're properly going for it. Yeah. Up there, but you have late reg for a little while in that if you want to get involved. So all to do. I'm going to quickly scoot up to table 5, Des, because looks to be a hand brewing. There's a full board out on the table and decision to be made. Going to chop it up in the end. So they both got Queen Jack goes on a Jack 9 ace board with a 4 of deuce, and the chips are getting it in. So seat 5. Oh, because I thought you were seat 9. Yeah.
Okay. Let me...
The dealer has that always an enviable job of just splitting that pot up between the two of them, and they go again.
Seat 5, Lee, is Zolt. Seat 9 is Andrew.
There we go. Cool.
Okay.
The big screen has come down, Des, so you can watch the football. So
fantastically. If you could just stand opposite that, please. Maybe just keep your camera trained on it.
Yeah, I know what's going to happen now because I'm going to be walking the room here, and hopefully I don't get my head in the way and they miss anything. So.
Well, your head sort of resembles a ball. I mean, it could be a spot the ball type competition.
I'm
spot the
sure
league.
Take that as a compliment or not.
Well,
or
you should
what,
take
anyway,
it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Very distinguished looking head, Lee.
That's never been said to me before. So Gaz is taking cheeky little photos of the room. He's like a little
photos of what, Lee?
Who's asking me for updates about Di? Get him on the stream and I can go right over there. Tell him to get on the stream. Gaz, say honestly, you concentrate on your game. Gaz is having to update the Malvern group on how Di's doing. I said, well, tell him to get on the stream.
Get on the stream, ask the question.
And then he can carry on with the poker then, can't he? You know?
We could do that legwork for them.
Yeah, absolutely. The way you want to do this. So AD's moved to our stacked up table, which is still stacked up. I don't think I'll say our chip leader from the live and our chip leader from online, who are sat next to each other. I'll show you. These are the two guys. Our live chip leader into day 2 and our online chip leader, both sat next to each other. Just kind of steadily doing their thing.
Lee, some updates for you. Gary Jackson gone. Danny Strange gone. Both out of the main event.
Yeah, well, Danny was on that table there. I didn't see how the hand played out, but again, Danny had a decent stack going into the day 2. I think he had about 1.175 million. And that's a call out for cash games. So there's cash tables sort of starting here at Dusseldorf.
Well, we're going to have to close down the stream now, Lee. I'm busy elsewhere. Going to go and lose my £20 commission from the week.
Playing cash.
Playing cash, Lee.
You'll grind that up to what, 25 in a few hours?
I think it'll go down to 15, Lee.
Yeah, most probably. Yeah, most probably. So 52 players remaining in this. This is the APAT UK Championship of Amateur Poker main event. Final day. Started with 72 players making day 2, all in the money, and we're down to 52 now. And we'll play out to the final today. Money wise, well, these guys are all guaranteed now £300 for busting necks. But up top, well, there's some nice prizes up top. If you finish in the final table, you're guaranteed a 4-figure sum, so you're at least £1,000 for finishing in the top 9. And then up top, well, it's £3,000 if you finish in the bronze medal position. Silver will pick you up 4,750, and it's £7,500 up top. No deals with APAT, so that's what you're going to get paid, because the winner will also be our UK Amateur Poker Champion for 2023. I've been quickly called over to table number 4 because there's a hand brewing. And it's all in. It's Gaz against seat 9, Des. It's ace queen for Gaz against pocket 4s. There's actually king 10 in there as well, which is seat 3 is also in there as well. So we've got 3-way all in.
So seat 3 is Abby, Lee.
Yeah.
What other seat did you want? Seat?
Seat 9 as well. So,
That's Saeed.
so it's 6, 7, 10. So the king 10 is ahead. Ace of the river, which means Gaz is going to bust 2 players. We're going to lose Saeed with pocket 4s and Abby with king 10, who flopped the top pair. And then this little man over here with his ace queen on the river gets there and is adding to his stack. And we know when Gaz gets chips, he very much can do a lot of damage and go deep. Let's get over to table 5 quickly if I can, where it's already scooping up, but it's player in seat 2 on table 5. Far end there with the Jack and Jones.
Liam Hearn, Lee.
There we go. So Liam's got a lot of chips there now. Let me see if I can get around and see if I can find out how much we think Liam's playing now, because I reckon he's got to be potentially one of the chip leaders there now. Liam, how much do you reckon you've got there now?
About 3.8.
3.8. Yeah. So Liam's playing about 3.8 million now, Des. There's 47.6 million chips in play. And this boy out with 50 runners, he's got a decent chunk.
Nice. And he's just not Mark Wakefield out there. So Liam's in good shape.
Absolutely. So yeah, Super Sunday is just starting, and bit of football this afternoon.
West Ham and Leeds there, Lee. Is that game over? Is that half time? What is that? I see 1-1.
You'll know as much as me.
2:24. It's got to be a half time, presumably.
Yeah, quite possibly. I'm going to guess it might be 1-1 then. They're just showing a couple of the goals there
Nice.
on the big screen. Back to table 5 again, because there's another hand brewing. In this one with seat 1 as well.
So seat 1 is Saeed Reza.
Saeed against Zolta. Just going to get a call. Ace 8. Zolta got the ace on the second ace on the river. And he's going to get paid off. So again, we're just moving a few players around to keep it balanced. But all of a sudden, what you have, Des, is you get a table that all of a sudden busts 2 or 3 in quite quick succession.
Yeah.
And then so we need to balance it all up. So
Do us a favour, guys, if you're watching the stream, but by all means ask a question. If you're following specific players, you want to know, let us know. We'll go to them. So please share the stream so that other APATers and poker fans get to see what we're doing here. That would be much appreciated. It's gone all very quiet again, Lee.
Yeah, that's always going to be the way. We're down to 48 now. Another 3, and we'll break another table though. And say very quickly, we're going to be down to sort of 3 or 4 tables here. with average stack now is creeping up towards that million mark, Des. We're nearly there. As blinds are going up, they've just gone up to level 19 now, so blinds are going to be 15,000 and 30,000, and of course, the minute the blinds go up, that means that average stack, is another exit, which means we've gone over the million.
So I see we have a break coming up, Lee, at the end of this level. Is that right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we'll have played 3 levels. It's a break every 3 levels now, which is every 2 hours. So I think the plan will be probably, Des, what we'll do is we get to the break in 40 minutes, and then we'll take a break from the stream, because this is only to give you a flavour of what's going on, trying to give you some bust outs of some people you might be following and interested in. But then we will focus down very much so on the latter stages of this tournament. Thing to remember is this is going on. If you want to get into the bounty comp, there's 89 runners in that now already. That's going to be huge, I think this afternoon. That's going to be really, really big. And there is a deep and steep event as well at 5 o'clock if you want to get in and play that. So plenty of poker to be played just till dawn today on a Sunday. The 5th day for us here at Just Till Dawn. But we will be back later on in the year. Our World Championship of Amateur Poker is in August. Late on in August, and you can go to apat.com if you want any info on any of that.
Absolutely, Lee. Just some recent exits. Saeed Jafari is gone. Abby, of course, we saw go in that last hand. And Emre Enyadi is gone also, as we continue to lose players here on day 2 of this main event. 7.5 bags, £7,500 for the winner and the APAT Gold. Super prize pool for your 2 days of poker. A 120 buy-in here.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great structure, and as we always say, we organise these, put these on, but if we weren't, we probably wanted to play something just like this, wouldn't we?
Well, funny you say that. Ben Miller is out there. How's the Hoover getting on? So do we have a Henry? Do we have a Henry in the field, Lee? I don't think we do. That could be Gaz. Gaz has been hoovering recently. Could be Gaz.
Well,
Let us know, Ben.
Give us a name and we'll get there. We'll find out who it is.
There's a bit of laughing going on there from Table Gaz.
Yeah, they're busy in dialogue with Di, I think, on our main table.
Inter-tribal comms, not what they were.
I think they might be exchanging chip stack photos. Yeah, exchanging chip porn via WhatsApp. I think that's what it might be. Yeah.
No more pictures of Dice Stack, please, Lee. Nearly had us taken down.
So on table 12 then, Des, in seat 3 next to AD.
Yeah. So this would be Ross Bennett.
Yeah, so I mean, Ross has had a decent stack for most of the day, and actually has been adding to it. How much have you got there now, Ross? Do you think? Ross, just over 2 mil, yeah. And what did you start the day with? 0.1. So started the day 1.1, and it's quietly just gone up to over 2 million.
It's absolutely doing a nice job there. Mark O'Connor is Hoover. So let's see if we can find Mark. Yeah, so
Back in the net.
Customary barrel double up.
Yeah.
Aces versus Ace Jack, and AD is going to double up die.
Okay.
There we go.
Not from Mary.
Found Mark yet then, Des?
yeah, he's on 13-3, Lee. Let's go to 13-3.
13-3, which is going to be this one here, I think. So this will be Mark, I'm going to guess.
There we go. A lot of love for the
Mark.
Hoover.
There we go. The Hoover.
Ben Miller is out there. Bradley Hadcroft. Oriana Jane Baines. Go the Hoover.
So you've got a few on the stream saying "Go the Hoover," so good stuff.
Oh, he's loving that.
Excellent.
He is
There we
loving
go.
that.
Right, I'll let you go to C4 on the table later. You want to go around five.
Joe's holding Courtly.
I've doubled it up, Lee.
We'll find out now. We'll let him play this hand, and we'll get the story of it.
Ah, she's got a ton of chips there. How did that happen?
Once this hand plays out, I will tell you. I'm hearing what happened, but it sounds like Dan might have doubled Joe up.
Joe's looking a little bit. There's a little bit of a smile there. We didn't see that smile for the last 20 minutes, so
Yeah,
that's good to see.
But meanwhile, there is a hand here. So just we'll let this play out. So Maris has raised up to 60,000, and Dan's made the call from the button. Seat three's got out the way, which means Linda's on the big blind. Linda's going to get involved in this, so it's going to be three-way to a flop. So we'll watch this play out, and then we'll have the conversation about how Joe outplayed Dan. 9 deuce 4 is the board. Linda's checked it. Marius bets out 100,000. Very good call from Dan. And Linda's going to fold. So it's Marius and Dan again who've been battling a little bit on this table. So let's see what the tone card is. Another 4. Last one, Marius. He is, and it's 300,000. I think
Let's have a look at Dan. Here we go.
Yeah, check out quicker. I just eat this big line.
gives himself another 30 seconds to start.
We're not time. Well, thanks for the question. I thought he was trying to get it out.
Let's it go, Lee. Let's it go.
Yeah. So we're just good. So what was the Joe? What was it? What's the hand?
You did not, Harry. Ben raised you.
Oh, Ben Burnhill was in this hand as well, by the sounds of it. Yeah. So outplayed them both, basically. Yeah. It's all right. So I've got Des. I'll let you know. Basically, Joe outplayed Ben and Dan in a hand. He got chips.
No surprises there, Lee. I could have told you that right at the start.
Yeah.
A little domestic,
That's
it felt
what
like there
happened.
at the same time.
Yeah, that's what happened.
We're
Pretty
well
much.
out of that.
Yeah.
We're well out of that,
Yeah.
Lee.
To be fair, Ben did just say I probably folded the best hand, but yeah.
And meanwhile, elsewhere, the Hoover continues to hoover.
Oh, sorry. So on we go. We're down to 46 now. So we'll lose one more player and we'll break another table here, which I'm going to guess is probably going to be table 4 will break next, which will be Gaz Howard's table. So it'll be interesting if that table does break next, because there's a couple of players with serious chips on that table where those players are going to land.
It's pretty important.
Could be an interesting dynamic here. So this, there is a space to the right of die on table number 12, and therefore there is arguably a 1 in 7 chance Gaz Howard could find himself there.
Oh, that would be noisy, if not messy, and probably all of the above. Mohammed Saklam was the player who went out on table 1 a short while ago, Lee. We haven't looked at table 1 in a while. Let's go over and have a look at table 1.
Table 1. I have to get very close to you to go to table 1.
I see. Well, maybe do it from that side, Lee.
Yeah, it's still quite changed the sign. Yeah. We don't.
So you've got Henrik in seat 1. Got Michael Skitten 2, Michael Simpson in 3, Backtash in 4, Mark in 5, Anthony Rogers in 6, Michelle Gascoigne in 7, and Stuart Underwood in 8.
4 of them were in the national team of Iran. And Veronic Taymurian, who played for Bolton, he played for Leeds. He's got 4 months.
Looks like fairly steady. So they play this end of the table, they're just busy having a chat,
Yeah, having a chat.
just watching the world go by.
Oh, if your cash balance is going up as you're doing it, happy days.
So hard.
Yeah, exactly. And there will be same work, and we have just busted another player, so they're down to 45 now, which means it's
Yeah.
a little pay jump again now. So that's at 350. Just start sweeping up as Sean is going to organise. I think breaking the table. I suggested he might. That one. Yeah, he is. He is breaking the table with Andrea King and Gaz on it.
That would be
Beats on
4
there as well.
So let's see where these guys end up, Lee. As you said, that could be interesting. It was Vasil Kofina who's gone.
And it looks fairly evenly balanced, actually. So they're all going to drop into the remaining five tables. So we're just beyond the stream. We're half an hour away from the end of level 19, and then we'll be taking a break from the stream as well, whilst the players take a break. And then we'll refocus in towards the end of the tournament. Although, to be honest, this is rattling down quite nicely. We've gone from 72 down to 45 already. 476 entries in this main event. Absolutely huge. From the 40 that played the online day one on Monday.
Yeah.
To everyone that's played the 4 flights here at Dusseldorf Dawn this week.
Absolutely fantastic. And we put together this little video, Lee. It's only short. It's only short. It's the magic of APAT without the drama, right? No big fallouts, none of that stuff. Watch this. There you go, the magic without the drama. Get involved.
Absolutely. So, I'll tell you what. If you thought Dan House's table was fun, yeah,
has it just got a whole lot of fun more?
We've just dialed it up to 11. Let me head up here
dear,
and show you that that joining table. Joe,
14.
Dan, Linda, Ben is now one Andrea King and one Tristan Chaplin. I've joined the party table as we're calling it. Yeah. So. Yeah, along with St. Marius, who's been we've seen in a few hands over there.
I'll tell you, that looks like a bloody good home game, that, Lee.
Yeah, you wouldn't mind sitting down in this one, would you?
That is for sure. All that's missing is sausage rolls at midnight.
Pete's just walking the floor. He's still in. He's just.
So I'm having a bit of a.
Just walking the floor, just checking out the competition. Yeah?
He's like a bobcat, just peeing all over the place, Lee. Boss. You'll smell that shortly.
He's just come in to seat. I think he's coming on table 1 actually. And he's just decided. I think he's coming on the blind. So it's just decided. I'm just gonna have a wander, stretch my legs properly.
Do you remember that movie way back, Lee? It's probably before your time. The Land That Time Forgot. Doug McClure. There was dinosaurs on an island. I think it was all plasticine. It was really, really old, but it feels like table 1's a bit like that. It's out there in the distance. I'm not saying there's any dinosaurs. I'm not saying there's dinosaurs on there, Lee. That's not what I'm saying. It's just it's the table that time forgot.
It sounded like that's what you were saying. Tell you what, once
still moving, he's still peeing.
Once
Nelly finds pee everywhere.
Once Nelly finds out you're calling Michelle a dinosaur, I mean, it's all gonna kick off. Yeah? All gonna kick off. So we're down to 45 now, which means the guys are all guaranteed minimum cash of 350 now. So it is creeping up a little bit as we go. 25 minutes left on this level. We're on level
Lee.
19, so blinds are at 50,000, 30,000. Average stack is just over 1 million chips. So you're still playing a kind of average stack of about 30, 33, 35 bigs at the moment, Des. So it's still, which is where we started the day. So very much all in good shape here.
Annabelle's out there, Lee. Hello, Mr. Bennett. Who's Mr. Bennett? Let's see if we can track down who Mr. Bennett is. See if we can. So I'm going to say it's Ross Bennett, Lee. Table 12, seat 3.
Well,
Let's do that.
we just go to who said hello?
So it's Annabelle. Table 12,
Excellent.
seat 3 for Ross.
Ross. Annabelle says hello.
Sweet. Oh,
There
yeah,
you go, there
he
you
knows.
go.
He knows.
Ross knows who Annabelle is. Okay, yeah.
The warmth in his face.
There we go.
There we go.
Brilliant.
Oh, he's gone all quiet and shy and bashful. That's
There
cost
we
him
go.
about 100,000 chips, that will.
Yeah, there we go. So your boy's doing well, Annabelle, that's for sure. Started with just over 1 million chips and he's pretty much got double that now. And what I would say, Des, is seems to have got them fairly steady. Okay, we've not been at the table constantly, but which is because it's one of the ones we've got a camera on here. But very much, it's just, I think it's just steadily picked up some chips along the way in the last couple of hours.
It's been a while, Lee, but eventually Terry has drawn herself away from whatever it is she's doing on a Sunday to wish her boy Gaz good luck. Bring it home, babe. That's Terry to Gaz, not me to you, Lee.
I was going to say, I mean, I
That's
don't
not
feel
me
like
to
I wanna,
you.
I don't feel I want to bring it home quite yet, and don't call me babe. Yeah,
Where did Gaz land in all of the excitement, Lee?
Gaz has found himself up on table 5, which is interesting. When he's sat to one to the left of Zoltan, who we saw in a couple of hands earlier on. So
you got Sean on the other side of him. Who else is on there?
Yeah, do you want me to go on one?
Let's do it.
Who was seat 2 on that? Was it Liam? Was it
Liam Hearn was in seat 2. I could do the whole table for you if you want.
Yeah, go on. Let me get up here and we'll wander through and see what we got.
Seat 1, we've got Syed Reza. Seat 2 is Liam Hearn. Collier. We've got Arthur Johnson, who I think we'd seen elsewhere. He was on Table Dan earlier, I think. Zolt is in 5. Gaz is in 6. Sean Snell in 7. Colin Arnott in 8. Andrew Tuxworth in 9.
And especially for Terry, that's the top of Gaz's head.
Oh, dear God.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, it's like he's been dipped in margarine.
So, as Gaz just said, though, there's a lot of chips on this table. There really is. Two short stacks as well, but hey, that's great news for the short stacks. That means there's chips to win.
Sort of mostly sitting in front of Gaz, aren't they?
Yeah,
it's like Blackpool all over again.
How much you playing, Sean? 300. About 300,000 Sean's got back. Yeah, happy though.
Right,
yeah, still sat, so we can do that. Yeah, we can make that work. Excellent stuff. But yeah, there's Gaz's stack is huge, as is Liam's on seat 2.
What do you think is the fashion accessory? Dan Williams can use his own Dan Williams.
Yeah. Dan is busy railing table Austin. Yeah, there you go.
Hold on, Lee's with Poker News. Shouldn't he be here like something? Shouldn't he be taking pictures?
Yeah, he should do, shouldn't he? Really. No. So 95 runners in the bounty. So that's going along quite nicely, and we're down to 44 now. We've just lost player on the table 1, which you said was full of dinosaurs. Well, yeah.
Old Depreta is just gone.
Yeah. To win, so.
Michael, yeah. So we've just lost Michael in on table 1.
They'll pay you out.
Seat 2. He's going to go and get his payout.
Mr. Simpson.
We're down to 43. Give Nelly a quick Michelle update. She has chips. Just enough chips. Yeah, just enough to keep you happy.
Let's see
got a green one.
Let's see the face as well, Lee. Come on.
She's got a
Sort
green
out
one.
your framing, lad.
She's got a green one. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
If I give you a week, we get you'll leave me on.
Just gone back to table Elston, Lee. I see Triss is standing up. Oh, he's walking
Go and
away.
find out. So I'm getting away from Trish. Let's see if I can find out what happened.
Oh, he's grabbing his coat, Lee. It doesn't
Trish.
look good.
Alston,
What happened?
Alston raised his cut off as is to be expected, and I've got ace queen in the small blind. Unfortunately, my good friend Linda had pocket kings in the big blind.
Linda did for you. Oh, Linda, but she's smiling. Linda's
there we
smiling
go.
about it though, so that's all good.
Which was the main.
Another decent cash, decent run though in an APAT event. Trish, got to be happy with that, yeah.
Today, but
And of course, and picked up a medal yesterday as well. So it's been a good week.
still a few more to play, and
Still a few more to play.
Does that mean you're going to sort your money out and go and jump in the bounty? Yeah. Cool. We'll let you go and do that. Brilliant. Well done, Trish. Well done, buddy.
Lee, I thought we were still a few more to play. What's going on?
Yeah. So let me go and show you. So Linda's stack looking good. So on we go, down to 42 nowadays, and say about 18 minutes or so left of this level.
Very good. We'll come back to table number one, our feature number one, table Baker and Hibbert, both at the front of our picture there.
I mean, I would say Rich has probably picked up some chips here. See if I can find out how much he's playing now. It's not in his hand. AD's in a hand. Ross has gone out of the way. AD's raised it up from a bet from
You can see those heads, Lee.
Seat 6.
There you go.
Team 10 on top.
Seat 6 made the call. Going to make the call to AD's raise.
That's Shoaib in seat
Excellent
6.
stuff. So we're going to see a flop which is 8 King 6. On check. Rahib. Got AD reaching for chips.
A couple of
Count.
stacks in there.
He counts out some of the pink ones, then decides, I'll shuffle the other stack in today. So Shahib's going to fold. So AD is going to scoop that one. Rich, how much you playing?
2.7, I think.
2.7. So Rich is playing 2.7. Again, another one similar to Ross. So started the day with just over $1 million chips and just steady, added to his stack.
And progressing well.
Yeah, said he had a few off Joe earlier on. Well, Joe's moved a couple of tables and is replenishing her chip stack, Rich. Ready for you. Should you meet up again later on?
There's Joe on the right-hand side of our picture. Gaz is in the stream as well, Lee. He's in the chat box asking Terry, please tell me I haven't started getting a bald patch. Gaz, it's the least of his concerns right now.
So Di's on the move. Let me just make sure Di's okay. You're all right. Where are you off to? Do you know? Bring your hoodie, please. So I'm just going to do hoodie duty for Di.
Very decent of you.
So let me wander around. Going to 9, yeah? Yeah, cool. You want it on the back of the chair? There you go. Right. Right. So down to 40 now, Des, which again, I mean, I keep saying, it feels like I'm saying this every sort of 10 minutes or so, but we're getting close-ish to losing, breaking another table. 4 more to go. 15 minutes left of this level, and then we will be taking a break on the stream as well.
Absolutely. We've got 5 tables of 8 at the moment, Lee, so we will be losing the table soon. 15-minute break, yeah.
And this is heading through nicely. For anyone just joining the stream, this is the main event of the UK Championship of Amateur Poker. We're
Four.
playing level 19, blind to 15,000, 30,000, which is an average stack of nearly 1.2 million now.
Yeah, 476 runners, Lee. Very nearly our largest event ever.
Yeah, very, very close in the UK.
In the UK, we should add. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling that this is going to tighten up a little bit, fairly. Yeah, maybe the next couple of levels. It all does go through that phases of players busting out, and then it does tighten up as the money starts getting a little bit more serious, and that thought of making that final table and maybe those medals.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they could speed them up to the car. Nothing like problem.
So, but now we're down to 5 tables. If we do kind of see any action, I can hopefully get across to it quite quickly. If there's anything major going on, we'll try and catch it all. Yeah.
All seems very calm here at the moment. So, guys, we do a stream every Sunday night. Lee and I, 10 p.m. on a Sunday night, we cover some of the online action of the week and of the night in particular. Talk about APAT, other stuff that's happening across the world. Do feel free to join us. We'd love to have you. And if you play your cards right, guys, you too can buy an APAT medal on eBay. Do we know who did that, Lee? Do we?
We don't know who did it, but it happened. That's for sure. 97 runners now in the bounty. And there is the deep and steep still to happen at 5 o'clock as well. So that'll be the final event of the festival, or mini festival as we like to call it, really, because hey, we do more than this. So
and I mentioned it earlier, Lee, but do you remember when we took over Dusk Till Dawn? Wow.
Looks
Trump's
very
back.
impressive. Yeah, very impressive on the big screen.
Trump's back on the big stage, Lee.
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Jacks versus Ace Queen on table 12. Ace on the floor. There's no jacket coming there, so it's going to be a double up for seat 1.
That's Warwick.
He's going to get double up through seat 4.
Nice hand taking chips from Peter Craw.
Yep. So sat there quietly. So as finally by the time to spin out, walks into the jacks. Actually, Peter was on the button move. No, I think he was on the button actually. So yeah, it's kind of one of those. It's pretty much plays itself. Certainly with Warwick's chip stack. That was pretty much how that was going to play out. So yeah. There you go.
Good atmosphere in the room here, Lee. No, absolutely no messing, no serious stares or any of that stuff. It's all good.
Yeah, absolutely. And building here with the Hoover.
That's Mark O'Connor in seat 3.
And he's up against seat 8, who's made a bet of 200,000 on that board and has got that through.
Ashley Dixon taking chips.
So Ashley's actually got a decent stack there. Really decent stack. That's let's try and work some maths out on that. 1 million, 2 million. 3 Ashley, 3 point something? Yeah, 3 mil? Yeah. There you go. 3 million.
What does that do to the Hoover, Lee?
Not very much. It wasn't a big. That wasn't a massive pop. So he's still got chips. So sorry. Yeah. So Ashley with about 3 million now. So there's a few players really starting to build some stacks here. And there's die.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So I can get away with it. Just about. Just about.
Just because she sat down, Lee.
So all in on here, and it's folded all the way round to Dan in the big blind. So seat three's all in. Dan's got an ace, but
So that's Simon Boothly.
Simon is going to get that through.
You folded.
Yeah. You folded? Right.
If you show the
Before-
card, it's not like a
14.
tournament. They're not like to show cards.
You should have tried the tournament.
The action was all in from under the gun, hold it to the big blind. Play was sprinting, but the first one was good. It turned it over, and then he folded.
Just when I said there was no drama, Lee.
I folded, is it?
We get drama.
Well, so it folds all the way around to Dan, and he's peeled the ace and flipped it over and just deciding what he was going to do. Which they're now having a discussion about whether he really should have been showing a card. And he's now been given a warning to basically, you should be showing a card. You have to act. So yeah.
Well, I'd rather see him get a warning for that, Lee.
Well, that's a different channel, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a difficult one.
So meanwhile, over on table 5, which is a very chipped up table, I've got a board here. I'm just trying to say there's some deeps. We're having a discussion here about a string bet now. Actually,
Oh, Lee,
all action going on.
I've destroyed the place. The good feng shui.
You make the comment, Des, that there's nothing going on, and
bang.
it's all happening. Yeah.
Falls to hell.
Seat 3 had ace 2 on that board.
That's David Collier.
Well. So David, unfortunately, because of the brought up as a string bet, and the bet ended up actually only having being 50,000, which is the first two chips that would have made up the smallest blind a bet that he could make. Which made a very simple call for Gaz in the end. Although Gaz lost the hand, the question is whether David actually lost a few more chips, because how much would have Gaz have paid? How much would have Gaz have called off there? That's the question.
400.
So Gaz says I would have paid. So the bet was going to be 400,000.
Wow.
Ended up having to only bet 50,000
Because the string bet.
And Gaz has just said I would have called off the 400,000.
Well, there you go.
So very honest of Gaz to say that. So yeah.
And good news as far as the head is concerned. He's all good apparently. The ball patch not coming through yet. Andrew Nevison is out there, Lee. Go on, Ross.
Another one for Ross.
Another one for Ross.
Oh, excellent. Very, very popular.
Getting excitedly that a big payday might be coming into town.
Oh, is that what it? Are they all?
Is
everyone kind of going? Yeah.
Okay, they're all shopkeepers, Lee.
Yeah. I've always liked Ross. Ross, one of my most favourite players. Ross.
I like Ross.
Yeah.
Ross Bennett, seat 3, table 12, doing well.
So we've got 6 minutes left on this level, Des. It's level 19, blinds at 15,000, 30,000. Average stack is 1.2 million. We've got 40 left remaining in this. Players will be on a break in 6 minutes, guys, and we will be doing likewise.
So I think Lee will probably recharge all of the stuff. And I think the plan is to come back for the final table, or maybe the last couple of tables.
I think we'll come back a bit earlier than that. Yeah. Two of the chip leaders on this table, Gaz being one of them in his hand. Actually, Zolta's in this hand as well. He's bet out 110 pounds. Adds raises it up. 340,000. We've lost a player on Dan's table, C3.
Yes, we have. Is out following Tris Chaplin. We're down to 39.
And the other side, so you can see the old players in that. So Zolta went all in after Gaz's bet, and Gaz folds. So we're down to 39 now. Yeah, 4 minutes to go for this level.
Fantastic. Jillian Dawson is also on Ross's side. Go on, Ross.
I'm going to quickly scoot back down and give you an update, a Ross update, as there's so many out there following. Let's head back down to the card room, find out how the boy's doing.
What about 1.7 or something?
0.7? Yeah, about 1.7
Nice,
is
good shape.
Ross's stack now. There's a few on the stream asking, so too many names to mention, Ross. But you're a popular
Gillian
boy
and
on the stream, so
Andrew and just a bunch of folks. Where is Ross from, Lee?
Ross, where are you from?
Near County Durham.
Near County Durham. Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. So yeah.
So, guys, 3 minutes left in the level. The players are going to be on break from that point, and we're going to take the stream down. But do keep an eye on the APAD Facebook group. We will be coming back later on in the day. Ben Miller, come on the Hoover those chips up.
So our initial chip leader from the day is in a hand here with Adi. Let's put his time bank in. Hang on.
So that's Eamon Ansbro.
I know that. I was getting that. I was getting that thing from it.
7, 8, deuce.
He's not yeah, just over a million, I think.
So Adi's all in.
He stayed at the
See some heads, Lee.
1 million. Very nice. It doesn't matter what he's got.
Well, Adie's doing his maths there. Charlie Kearns, good luck. Ben
Adie's-
Burnhill, an epic
Adie's-
table.
Adi's not doing any maths because Adi's all in.
He's all in,
So-
yeah. Well, he's probably desperately counting down.
There's no maths to be done. The maths are all coming from here.
That's just like this.
No, they're doing like all these putting more on.
Seed 9 is Lee Cooper.
Yeah, 25.
He's having a think here, Lee, isn't he? This is quite a big call.
Holding.
Let's it go.
Goes to 10-4, I think, of diamonds, and Adi's got 6-5. So up and down straight draw and bottom pair.
Nice hand.
So Adi adds to his stack. So just under a minute to go in this level, and then players will be on a break. So this is likely to be the last hands, I think, of the level. Some players already making their way, getting away to the break.
Lee, we've lost Simon Booth. We've also lost Colin Arnott. So Colin, Simon on table 3, table 14 rather.
The main event after your hand, you're on a 15-minute break.
So players are on a 15-minute break, Des.
There we go. Right, guys. Well, how many do we have left now, Lee?
38.
So 38 left. We're going to take leave from the stream for now, guys.